came around. He signed Akers.
Mm-hmm.
He had a good season. Then he was a liability. Now they've got Dawson, and they probably won't have Dawson for much longer.
Yeah, he'll probably be on his way out. He was a Harbaugh guy. He's gone.
Well, I mean, he's a good kicker. He's older. He'll probably retire. They'll want to get a younger kicker.
Yeah. Well, last thing before I let you go, do you want to tell everybody where we can find you on Twitter, your shenanigans on the internet, and what else to expect from you?
Sure. I am at Hipster Punchy on Twitter. I do a couple shows on More Like Radio. I do the shows By the Way, which is kind of like a one-man podcast that I do where I interview people in radio or comedy or whatever other walks of life. I do the Nerd Hour, which is kind of nerd-themed, like movies, comic books, TV shows, video games. We do that. I'm a fifth mic on the shows. They're called 360 on 420, which is odd because I'm a straight edge. And the Sully Show, which is actually Sundays, usually early afternoon. I have another show called Brain Stew Radio. That's my kind of like my main one that's coming back later this month or early February. That's going to be on brainstewmedia.com, along with a wrestling offshoot called Brain Stew Wrestling. That's about it for radio. As far as comedy, I mean, I've got 2 bookings that are coming up if you're in the New Jersey area, like North Jersey. Saturday, January 31st, I'm going to be at Rockin' Joe's. And I'll be doing a show there. It's like $10 cover. And then I'll be doing a place called The Comedy Shop. I actually work for this room, but they're giving me a guest spot in March 7th with a comic named Mike Morse, who is a writer for Lisa Lampanelli, like when she does roasts.
Yeah.
So that's about $25 cover and 2-item minimum. So if you're in the New Jersey area, you should definitely check one of those 2 shows out and say hi, say what's up.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you coming on, Mike. It's good stuff. Very funny. And if you are in the New York, New Jersey area, go check out his shows. And yeah, I'd love to have you back sometime.
Definitely. Keep me in mind.
We'll do. We'll be right back here on the Bob Sullivan Show with headlines after the break.
Woke up to a pouring sweat. Hey, there goes Joan Jett, you know. Woke up to some wailing, was Van Halen on my radio. Parachute pants, skinny ties, Michael J. Fox, family ties, 1984. Radio, 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 radio. Don't want no more 90s shit. Nirvana was cool and maybe Pearl Jam, but that was it. Give me Springsteen, rock and roll, Cheap Trick, not Oingo Boingo. Hey, Joey Ramone, leave Michael Jackson at home. Radio, 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 radio. it wonders, they're all stars. Billy Joe, the alarm, boombox hanging on my arm. Radio, 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 radio. Radio, 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 radio. Radio, 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 radio. Radio, 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 radio. Radio, 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 radio.
Who the hell can wait till morning? Talk now at latenightsportsradio.com.
Welcome back to the Bob Sullivan Show here on LateNightSportsRadio.com. I'd like to thank Gerald Bourget and Mike Falcone for coming on tonight. And we're on to headlines. Keith, what do you got?
All right. Let's start with the obvious. Dallas Green Bay. Was it a catch? Did the refs get it wrong? And if the refs got it right.
Well, the refs got it right, but the rule's stupid. It's just the rule, though. I mean, I don't think that. I mean, Calvin Johnson's was probably a catch too, but same thing. Stupid rule, but it's the rule. Refs got it right. It's too bad for the Cowboys, but what are you going to do?
See, now, I just retweeted a bunch of pictures from Steve Gallo on my 87 Sports Fans account, where it shows Des Bryant's elbow hitting before the ball popped loose. So now, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't that mean he was down if his elbow hit? So why even have replay?
I don't know. Well, Mike Pereira, the rules expert, claims that it was right. So I don't know. Are we allowed to argue with Mike Pereira?
Yes, always, constantly. Turn in your fan card if you don't argue with Mike Pereira, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like I feel it's rule, stupid rule, but I don't know. I guess, his elbow was down. Did he make a football play afterwards? I don't know.
I don't think that matters because he had the ball and his elbow hit.
True.
You don't overturn it on that, but hey, game's over.
It's the Cowboys. They got lucky. They got their break last week. Luck ran out.
Marshall Falk had a good point, though. 4th and 2, why aren't you giving the ball to Marco Murray?
Wait, say that again?
On 4th and 2, why aren't you giving the ball to DeMarco Murray? Why are you trying to throw?
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. They did catch him off guard. I mean, they almost had a touchdown on the thing.
Right.
Should they have made the run the ball? Either way, I don't know. Maybe if DeMarco gets stuffed, then people are complaining that why aren't they throwing? There's going to be complaints either way.
Okay. Denver loses to the Indianapolis Colts, making the Colts defense look like world beaters. Is this the last game that we see Peyton Manning play?
No, I don't think so. I think he comes back one more year and starts to deteriorate earlier in the season. Again, I think next year is his last year, and I don't think he wants to go out with the last two playoff memories being one losing to the guy who replaced him, and then the other one getting demolished by Seattle. I don't think he wants to go out that way, but he might not have a choice if he's probably going to come back and go out the same way again.
Patriots beat the Ravens 35-31. John Harbaugh crying and moaning about New England's substitution being misleading, deceptive. Should he just shut up?
Yeah, because everything's been pretty deceptive that Bill Belichick does over the years, and yeah, just get over it. You lost. Shut up. Stop being a baby.
All right. Oakland A's get Ben Zobrist from the Tampa Bay Rays. Is this the year the A's advance?
No, because they've gotten rid of Samardzija. They've gotten rid of a lot of weird pieces. I don't know who's their catcher going to be. Didn't they pick up Escobar in that trade too? You know Escobar?
Yes.
So I guess they got their shortstop. They needed a shortstop this offseason. They got that. But, I mean, every time you think that the A's are done, they have a 90-win season again. So who knows? I think they'll my guess is they're going to be middle of the pack, but I don't really know, and I don't really care that much about the A's to put my foot down on anything that way.
All right, on to the...
You're the baseball guy here. What do you think?
I think the A's are one of those teams that, like, I thought that last year they made the right moves. I understood what Billy Beane was doing. He tried to load up on pitching so that he'd have a series of number one starters for those one-game series that we have now. But it just freaking backfired. They stopped hitting for whatever reason. I mean, their pitching suffered in September and late August. But they stopped. Their hitting mojo went with Yenis Cespedes for whatever reason.
Yeah, and it wasn't just losing him. Like, it was like the entire team just depleted after he left. Yeah, they didn't really know how to fill in after he was gone. It just took the big bat out of the lineup.
My impression was that it was a total karma thing. You know, just the mood in the locker room. You know, he's the best hitter, or home run hitter anyway, in the American League, and you just up and just trade him for a pitcher that you have no guarantee of keeping next year.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the A's way. So I guess, there had to have been something in the locker room that caused that issue, and then Cespedes went and caused locker room issues in Boston.
Too much
Didn't he? Where did he end up? Has he been traded yet?
Yeah, he was traded to Detroit for Rick Porcello.
That's right. Yeah.
Which makes me crazy as a Mets fan, because why wouldn't you offer up one of your star stud rookies, young arms, if they could get him for Porcello?
Yeah, I especially with all the assets the Mets have, it would have made sense for them to make a deal there just to get a bat. But is a right-handed bat really that beneficial in Citi Field?
Well, you got to think of it differently. You need guys that can hit doubles, really, in Citi Field, and if they hit a home run, great. So guys like David Wright is a perfect hitter for that park. He's not going to hit a ton of home runs, but he's a doubles hitter. Those are the guys that are going to excel in Citi Field. So,
is there going to be any excelling in Citi Field this year?
Probably not. They haven't done anything. I keep waiting for some splash. And if Michael Kadire is the crown jewel of this offseason, well, Mets fans, I hope you have a good amount of beer in your fridge. That's all. All right, on to the NBA real quick. One quick point. Do you have any thoughts on the New Orleans Pelicans sending Austin Rivers to the Celtics and Jeff Green going to the Grizzlies?
Jeff Green to the Grizzlies. I think people are a little too infatuated with Green. Good athlete, but